just saying him, I think fighting somebody like Pacquiao is give me hope.
That you would go back in the ring and fight someone like a Tank Davis? Davis is a good fighter, very good fighter. Yeah. If he wants, then if he come up to one.
Gervonta Tank Davis has once again enthralled the boxing community by challenging the legendary Manny Pacquiao, who recently declared that he would be returning to the ring at the age of 46. The daring challenge has generated controversy and excitement throughout the sport, with fans speculating about the potential for a generational fight that AS Pacquiao considers a comeback. Davis, who is renowned for his knockout power and undefeated record, wasted no time in laying down the gauntlet and demonstrating his readiness to test himself against one of boxing's greatest superstars. This fight promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, complete with pyrotechnics. After retiring in 2021 after losing to Dennis Yugas by unanimous decision, the legendary Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao, the only 8-division world champion in boxing history, is scheduled to make a spectacular comeback to the ring at the age of 46. Pacquiao has announced plans to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title in July 2025. This comeback fight is especially significant because the WBC welterweight title was the first world championship Pacquiao won during his illustrious career, winning the WBC flyweight title in 1998.
What's your next fight you're working?
You're not working now.
Where? Oh, you're going to New York? No. I'm saying. You know, I told him he's one of the main coaches here, and they said, why is Roberts Gardner a coach? They thought he was the guy. No, I'm serious. Someone thought that you were the Gardner guy.
Blas?
Yeah, no, someone seriously, one of the boxing reporters. No, Blas. I said, no, he's not. Yeah, of course, he's a legend. Where is he? The firefighter. Because they saw the videos, they got confused. Oh, Mikey's here. Who's the guy with Mikey? Who's the guy with Mikey? Okay, really quick. Manny Pacquiao? It looks like you fight Barrios July 19th. Who wins?
Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is a done deal. Fight will either happen July 19th or July 26th in Las Vegas or San Antonio. And it's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Amazon Prime. Whew. We blast Jake Paul for these types of fights. And yet a current world champion and Mario Barrios is going to go after Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I get it. You get to share the ring with the legend of Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest to all ever do it. But he's been retired now. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Manny Pacquiao did not look good in his previous exhibition he did last year either. Mario Barrios should easily run laps around Manny Pacquiao, destroy him. Why are we wasting time with this type of fight? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Listen.
There are rumors circulating in the boxing community regarding a possible bout between the legendary Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Davis. Pacquiao, who is scheduled to make his professional boxing comeback at the age of 46 with a WBC welterweight title fight against Mario Barrios on July 19th, has stated interest in taking on Davis if he defeats Barrios. The current WBA lightweight champion is getting ready for an August rematch with Lamont Roach and has also been linked to an exhibition match with Jake Paul. Although nothing has been confirmed, the possibility of a bout between the seasoned Pacquiao and the undefeated Davis has fans excitedly speculating about what could be a historic bout.
Manny Pacquiao in an interview said that he is willing to fight Gervonta Tank Davis at 147 or at a catchweight at
Any possibility that you would go back in the ring and fight someone like a Tank Davis? If you want, then if you come up to 147 and we can fight.
He can't meet you at 140?
145 maybe. Not a problem for me. Because I'm experienced.
Although the bout is still in the rumor stage, insiders indicate that both sides are amenable to talks, particularly if Pacquiao demonstrates that he still has the speed, strength, and stamina to compete at the highest level against Mario Barrios. For Gervonta Davis, a fight with Pacquiao would be more than just a big-name match. It would be an opportunity to solidify his legacy by facing one of the sport's living legends. Meanwhile, for Pacquiao, facing Tank Davis would be the ultimate test of his comeback aspirations, possibly writing an exciting conclusion to his illustrious career.
Basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
That's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve.
I'm just going to rub it in. Pause. I remember saying when Tank couldn't get a fight in, I was saying Shakur shouldn't have signed that deal with Matchroom if he wanted to fight Tank. Lomachenko, I said he ducked. But then when he couldn't find a fight, I said, hey, fight Manny Pacquiao. The reason why I said fight Manny Pacquiao at 144 was, number one, you can get the sensationalism and the crazy hype shit of a Jake Paul fight, right? He got the money grab on him. On top of that, though, he can prepare for 140 by fighting Manny at 144, get a training camp in at your weight class. Then he could come down from 144 and fight Tio at 140. Everybody said that don't make sense, Biz. Can't fight Lamont Roach.
According to Pacquiao's longtime advisor Sean Gibbons, the boxing community was shocked by Boxing Kingdom's latest tweet, which confirmed that Pacquiao is truly aiming for a super fight with Davis. For years, Pacquiao has been considering this possible confrontation. In a tweet, they stated, "Big news, Manny Pacquiao is eyeing a super fight with Gervonta Davis." According to Pacquiao's advisor Sean Gibbons, after he defeats Mario Barrios, he lines them up for his ideal fight against Gervonta Davis. He has been trying to get that fight for a few years, and he likes it. Manny Pacquiao can win this title, and it will be an amazing journey.
Big news, Manny Pacquiao is eyeing a super fight with Gervonta Davis. Pacquiao's advisor Sean Gibbons stated, when he beats Mario Barrios, line them up. His dream fight is Gervonta Davis. He loves that fight. He has tried to get that fight for a couple of years. Manny Pacquiao can get this belt, and it's going to be a wonderful ride out.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see.
You feel good?
We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk.
Meanwhile, 29-year-old American boxer Mario Barrios of San Antonio, Texas, is currently the WBC welterweight champion. He earned the title in September 2023 after putting on a strong performance against Yordenis Ugas, knocking him down twice and winning by unanimous decision with scores of 118, 107, and 117-108. This victory was a major turning point in Barrios' career, advancing him to full champion status after Terence Crawford moved up to the super welterweight division.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit.
Yeah, my son's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar other females a lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
It was like overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And so yeah, most of the time they were dudes. But I couldn't really even like spar with her serious until I was like 7.
Well, what a win mean for your legacy?
Oh, it'll be huge, man. And then just it's another step in my career. It's another step, to make those big fights. And yeah, man, like a name like Manny on my resume, it's huge.
Could you ever see this happening to you?
Being a kid from San Antonio, did you ever think you'd be fighting a legend like Manny Pacquiao?
Oh, never. Yeah, never. Like, I mean, right? Like those are fights you think about in your head as like a dream scenario. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, like being a brown kid from San Antonio. Now now facing Manny Pacquiao, defending my title. It's huge. It's huge.
Yesterday's press conference for the much-anticipated WBC welterweight title fight between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios created a lot of excitement in the boxing community. One of the main topics of discussion throughout the event was the fighters' glaring size difference. Fans were worried about the physical disparity and possible health hazards for the Filipino legend because Pacquiao, who is 5 feet 5 inches, looked noticeably smaller than the 6-foot-tall Barrios. Pacquiao exuded confidence by highlighting his intense training schedule and unwavering determination to win another world title. Introduction 9. The press conference emphasized the opposing narratives of the fight, Pacquiao's attempt to defy age and regain glory, and Barrios' chance to establish his reputation by defeating a legendary opponent. Barrios also expressed his deep respect for Pacquiao, acknowledging the honor of sharing the ring with a boxing icon and expressing his readiness to defend his title against the seasoned veteran, highlighting his own preparation and commitment to the sport.
Work out every day, like playing basketball and playing badminton. So that's why I really love exercise and I really miss boxing.
Mario, for you, how much, when they called you and they said, Manny Pacquiao, July 19th, what went through your mind? I mean, I would love to be in your mindset, but take us into your mind as to what you felt.
Yeah, I was freaking out at first. One, to even know that Manny knew who I was. Two, that Manny, he was interested in a fight with me. It's a great honor, to for a legend like himself, to want to come back and to contend against my title. And I know this is probably like my biggest fight at hand. And yeah, I'm excited.
There are differing views among boxing experts on Pacquiao's comeback. Ben Shalom, the fighter's promoter, acknowledged the temptation to get back in the ring but advised against it due to health concerns and the history of fighters whose late career fights had negative consequences. Shalom said, "It is very hard as a promoter to say it, but equally if you have enough money in the bank you have to protect your health." In an interview with Ring magazine, De La Hoya, drawing on personal experience, stressed the value of rest and recuperation for Pacquiao, who is making his comeback to professional boxing at the age of 46 following a 4-year break. De La Hoya said, "Manny Pacquiao is a legend. I think he can do it. It's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it. I wish him all the best." He underlined that even if Pacquiao has unquestionable experience and expertise, it is important to not undervalue the difficulty of taking on a younger, energetic champion like Barrios.
46 years old. You have to remember that. So give your body some rest. Rest right now is Manny Pacquiao's friend in between training, in between sparring sessions. There's no shame in taking a day off or two, Manny. Trust me. Let your body relax, let your body rest. He'll do fine. He's experienced. He's got obviously the power because it never leaves you. The speed I'm a little worried about, but I think, look, Barrios is a live dog. He's a world champion and he's no slouch. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I wish Manny all the best. I'm not sure who's going to win. I really haven't seen Barrios, but I think Barrios, the youth is obviously, with him in his corner.
Despite Pacquiao's age of 46 and his 4-year break from professional boxing, Terence Crawford has offered a fair assessment of Manny Pacquiao's comeback to the ring against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Crawford said, "Mario Barrios is a great matchup for Manny Pacquiao, and I think at this age it's a 50-50 fight for Manny Pacquiao." Crawford also underlined that, Despite the inconsistent results of Pacquiao's exhibition bouts, it is foolish to underestimate a boxer of his caliber, regardless of age. Boxing fans are once again excited by new training videos that were released in early 2025. The rumored films show Pacquiao displaying the same lightning-fast hand speed, footwork, and punching power that defined his best days. His remarkable sharpness and conditioning have drawn attention from observers, raising the possibility that he will return to professional boxing.
We started boxing like that.
Yeah.
When
It's lazy, right? Just kind of...
When you do the shadow boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in habit. You become a habit. When you shadow boxing like...
The speed is still there. Woo!
One could argue that Pacquiao's best years were from 2008 to 2009, when he fought in the 14,147 pounds weight class and put on strong shows against top opponents, including decisive wins over Ricky Hatton, Oscar de la Hoya and Miguel Cotto. These victories cemented his reputation as a top pound-for-pound fighter max in addition to showcasing his extraordinary speed and power. Kellerman, a reputable boxing analyst, emphasized Pacquiao's accomplishments during this time, pointing out that his capacity to increase his weight and compete with top boxers bolstered his case pound for pound.
He also has a case for greatest fighter pound for pound who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach?
Having trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you know, you'd been... How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got, obviously, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles, and I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and he goes, you know, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?
Kellerman admitted that Pacquiao's natural size advantage at the time made his peak about as excellent as anyone's in history, but he also underlined that Pacquiao's performances in a variety of weight classes were unmatched. Former unified super lightweight world champion Khan has frequently talked about his sparring sessions with legendary boxer Manny Pacquiao at Freddie Roach's Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles. These sessions were crucial to Khan's career, particularly after his first professional loss.
Hey, Manny Pacquiao, who's the other guy? Jason Statham, come to watch me spar.
Way.
I'm sparring. Guess who walks in afterwards? Behind me. Manny Pacquiao goes, I was watching your movie. To Jason. Jason like, what movie? Jason, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, man. But he goes, and it was cool because Jason's like, I come see him here.
Even in his 40s, Pacquiao has maintained an intense workout schedule, frequently training harder than he did in his earlier years. His regimen consists of technical drills, strength training, and extensive cardiovascular exercises, which are the main reasons for his enduring prowess. Pacquiao's daily routine of thousands of sit-ups, which he started after losing by body shot in 1999 and vowing to strengthen his midsection to avoid a repeat, is another example of his dedication to fitness and demonstrates his tenacity and fortitude.
Pacquiao is weird. Danny felt like a big brick. Pacquiao felt like a little brick. Okay? Now, the weird part is Pacquiao's hands just felt heavy. After the fight, I constantly was thinking, why did his fist feel like a rock? You know? It was like, awkward, right? I was like, why did his fist feel so hard in the fight? You know, I was like, it's a little awkward. You know, I don't really care about that stuff that much. I mean, I could handle it. It wasn't devastating. It didn't really feel like plaster, but it felt like something. It felt like a rock. So I thought, like, does he do certain training? Does he do certain, you know, does he build up calluses? Does he have more dense bone density in his hands? Did they do some Asian stuff? What did they do? Who knows, right? And then looking at the picture, I was like, damn, you know what? Pacquiao wore them old school Mexican red.
How do you feel about the bout between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios? Please leave a comment below if you think the 46-year-old superstar can overcome the odds and win another title, or if this comeback is too late.